Nearly 100 years ago, in 1927, the first 27 believers gathered on this corner in a raised tent to worship Jesus. Year after year, decade after decade, congregations have cobbled together a legacy of faithfulness that has been tested and has endured. We may never know the many stories of faithfulness and sacrifice that took place to keep this corner part of God's kingdom. Our founding church family prayed for a real sanctuary to call home. 4 solid walls and a roof, hoping to leave behind the dust and mud of the tent. They were soon gifted our current fellowship hall, a classic Spanish-style masterpiece designed by Irving Gill and paid for by Mary Scripps. With hope in their hearts, these 27 believers raised the $3,000 necessary to move the building by horse-drawn wagons to this corner where it still stands today. A massive task for a small congregation on the doorstep of the Great Depression. Fast forward to the 1940s, the world was at war and times were tough. But visionary pastor Earl Reeves had shepherded our little church on the corner to a crossroads. Either move to a larger location or build a space dedicated to and for children. A mostly new generation of believers accepted the call, and soon after ground was broken on what would become our first space dedicated to our youth. By 1958, after 2 decades of visionary growth, it was again time to build for the future. A young pastor from Chicago named Cy Reed was at the helm of what would become one of our most vibrant seasons of growth and stability. There was a national economic boom in progress, and the people of our church gave in kind. Some even donated local property to be sold for the cause. The beautiful and classic mid-century modern sanctuary where we worship today is the enduring result of their faithfulness. Now, 60 years later, we sit at another crossroads. Our children's and youth buildings are no longer able to meet the needs of our current season of growth. So we are looking to you, this generation of believers, on this, our corner, to again re-envision and give sacrificially to create a space for the spiritual growth of our children and youth. Like those before you who gave so a tent could become a building, and a corner could become a campus, we're asking you to pray as to what you might give towards the ambitious work of God. It's our turn. It's our corner, and together we can continue this legacy of faith for years to come.